Is it love at first sight, lust, obsession, or are you just in like with this guy? It's Coach B. Wiley. Ladies, have you ever met a guy and you're just totally attracted to him and you want to date him? He's attracted to you as well. And all you could think about is how good he looks, how his teeth are straight. He has a great smile. He has a cute little nose. He dresses fairly well. He's taller than you, even in your highest heel. How he opens doors. He's charming and all the things. It's really good to look at, right? So you figure this must be love at first sight. I'm here to tell you that it is not. Usually when you see a guy like that and he's just like, oh my gosh, I love him. It's love at first sight. When I met him, I just knew. Usually it's infatuation. And what infatuation is when you have the hearts in your eyes. What are hearts in your eyes? It's when you literally see a guy that has all the bells and whistles that you like on the outer. And when he talks to you, that's just a bonus because it's like he's catering to you. He only sees you. And that's when the hearts start to flutter and they develop in your eyes. Usually when you're dating a guy like this, he can't do any wrong. He can say one thing and do another thing and you'll justify his actions. He can literally leave you on red and you'll make up an excuse as to why he did that. You're creating excuses. You're moving the goalposts when it comes to your standards and your boundaries because you have the hearts and the eyes for this guy and because you're infatuated. Now, since we're talking about infatuation is the cousin to lust. So what does lust look like? We know what that looks like. When you see a dude, he looks good. He's over 6 feet tall, if that's what you like. A lot of women like that. He's over 6 feet tall. I don't know. Maybe he has a beard. He's wearing gray sweatpants. All the cliche things. Or maybe you like a man with longer hair, blue eyes. I don't know what you like, but you do. And when you see it, your lady parts start going crazy. Like your eyes are popping out, your butt is throbbing, you're about to do the percolator, you out your mind. So that is literal lust. You don't know who he is. You don't know if he's on Tinder hacking up women. You don't know if he like his mama or not. You don't know if he just got out of jail. You don't know if he like to punch people in the face that he don't know, strangers in the streets. All you know is, from what you can see, you ready to go. And you're ready to get put up and get your butt put back down and get jiggy with it. That is lust. Now, when we're talking about lust, that then leads me to obsession. Now, this is a place you don't want to ever be, and you don't want anyone to ever obsess over you, and you don't want to obsess over them. And I don't know what I'm going to call this video. I guess it's the different levels of love, different levels of dating. And so when we're talking about obsession is never good because when someone is obsessed, they see you as their possession. They see you as someone that they can't let go no matter what. No matter if you don't like them, they've decided they want you and they're going to do whatever it takes to be with you, whether you're turned off by them or not, whether you've blocked them, whether you went to the police and filed a police report, it don't matter. Obsession. You want to definitely stay away from obsession because it is not healthy for any parties involved. Now let's get to the last one. Love. Because I think a lot of people got it twisted. A lot of people will confuse love with lust, infatuation, and being obsessed. And we don't want you to do any of those things. When it's love, it's with ease. That means both parties reciprocate what's going on. I love you, you love me. There's no questions, there's no confusion. When it's love, it just flows. And I remember this one time this guy told me, when it's love, that person just weaves naturally into your life. It's organic, it's simple. You're not forcing anything. You can openly engage and communicate and talk comfortably. Speaking of being comfortable, you can 110% be yourself. If you're goofy, you're goofy. If you have a silly laugh, you have a silly laugh. You're not judging them. They're not judging you. If you lose weight, they love you. If you gain weight, they love you. That's unconditional love, what we're talking about there. And most of you should seek unconditional love because the way social media got things set up these days is that if you don't weigh 110 pounds and if your butt don't weigh 50 pounds and if your boob don't weigh 30 pounds, then you're a mess. And if you're someone, I guess, that's plus size or has picked up some weight, then you're not worthy of attracting a quality man, which that's not unconditional love. That's love with this list of criteria that you can't go beyond. And if you go beyond this criteria, if you gain 2 pounds and 2 inches around your waist, up, you're out, you're not worthy. That's not love. That's BS. So if you were ever confused on what love, lust, infatuation, and obsession is, I did this quick little video for you so you can find out what category you fall in. Ladies, a lot of you fall in the hearts in your eyes, aka infatuation category. Remember, when you're liking a guy, you're meeting him, because infatuation and lust are they can be very hand in hand. So when you're meeting a guy, you want to make sure you're putting his looks on the back burner. I don't care if he's the best looking guy you've ever talked to or dated. You want to make sure that when you're in the room with him, you're in the room with him, that you're engaged on the dates, that when you're talking on the phone with him, you're listening to what he's saying, and that you're asking questions that matter. Usually women who are infatuated with guys, they aren't really asking many questions about anything, because they're so caught up on the guy's looks that they'll ask him, okay, so what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What kind of dog do you have? Usually you'll ask questions like that. However, if you're dating with the intention to be with someone long term, which means you're wanting to love someone and want them to love you back, you're going to ask about their hobbies, their fundamental beliefs, their goals, what kind of communicator they are, how do they deal with rejection, how do they feel about children, do they have a job, how long they've been on that job. You're going to ask questions, and not in an interrogating way. You're going to ask questions that matter in the long run, because you want to be with them. Perhaps if their feelings and things align with you, you want to perhaps be with them in the long run. And of course, when it's lust, it's just like that. You're just going to be good for a few moments, and then that's out. And then I'm sniffing. And then with obsession, we don't even want to ever get involved in that, because sometimes you'll like someone and then they seem to like you, but then they pull back, and then that could hurt your feelings. That could be an ego thing. It could be an ego thing with you and with a guy. We don't ever want to cross over into that deep, dark red zone. You want to stay away from that. So the moral of the story is, you want to make sure you understand when someone loves you, when they're lusting after you, when they're infatuated with you, and Lord knows, you got to understand what they're obsessed with you. And guess who tells you all of this outside of me, and who describes it? Your gut. Your gut will tell you everything you need to know. So don't sweep things under the rug when you know you're wanting more of a commitment and he just wants to hop in the bed. Don't sweep things or overlook things when it comes to when you know that it's more to you than your looks, because he's infatuated with the way you look, because you've been in the gym, you've been lifting weights, you're svelte, your arms are looking nice and toned, you have definition, you look really good in your little black dress. He asks you nothing about you because he can't get past of what he wants to do with you, and how he's infatuated with how you look, and he just wants to show you off like you're a trophy wife. Don't get it twisted. When a guy seems to call you every day, all day, you think it's cute, and then all of a sudden, if you miss a call, he's showing up at your house, or he's questioning what happened. I called you at 5:52 and you didn't answer, but you called me back at 5:54. What were you doing? That's not cute. There's nothing about that that's cute, because it can get real ugly real fast. And lastly, of course, love is what you want. You know what that feels like based upon how you feel. Warm, like my fire, I got this fire going over here. It makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, like this sweater that I have on, and like the fire that I got crackling in the background. So if you have any questions about anything that I put in this video, put it in the comments. If you have a comment, just let me know how you feel about this video. If you're still here on this video, go ahead, follow me on TikTok, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell for more videos like this. I'm Coach B. Wiley. If you have any other questions, shoot me a DM about your dating and your communicating issue, and I will address it in a video. Talk to you later.